Hi everyone. Okay, so today we're going to talk about thread storage when you've got a lot of whips like I do. So it can be quite a lot of work to have a whole heap of boxes all full of threads for separate whips. I'm trying to get this camera to sit properly. And also parking, because a lot of people want to try it but they don't know how to do it. It's really easy. And once you get the hang of it, you actually stick with it all the time and you don't want to go back. So let's have a look. If you've got any comments or any questions as we go, if you type it in down the bottom, I'll see it and we can answer it. So to start off, let's start with parking. Now, I've got this little guy here. I'm going to turn the front camera around. I've got him, which is the Seahorse by Jenny Wood, which is one of my designs. And this is the one that's I've got some parked threads on. So let's have a look. So what we do now, I've been asked what to do with your needle and all the extra threads. Well, I only use one needle. I used to use several needles with all threads already sitting in them in one of those thread sorter things, but I think I sent them all to Tammy Myers, who's got them all. Now I use one needle because all the threads are parked. I don't need to have them all threaded up all the time. So to show you what I do, here we have the thread. Okay, so we've got the chart here, and what I've got parked is here. So what happens is when you're stitching the, like as you can see, I've stitched the box before, and you put the thread in the next hole down where it's going to be used. So when you come down to the next square, it's already where it should be. So you don't need to rethread or anything like that. You just pick it up, start stitching, and away you go. So I'm going to put the phone here, and I'll turn it around. Okay, so as you can see, there's the thread. So I'm going to have a look and see what I need next. So you can see where we're up to. Just notice this. Another thing I want to mention is that last year I changed all of my charts to a large format, and I'd started stitching this design before I changed the format. So all this stuff had already been stitched, and as you can see, like the squares are much bigger now and the symbols are much bigger, and that's what it used to be like in the small format. It was much smaller and it was getting hard for me to see, so I decided to do all of my charts in a large format. I just like it better that way, and that's pretty much the simple reason why I did it, no other reason. Okay, so that's what you do with parking. I'm going to give it a little go. I'm going to try and figure out how to have the camera so you can actually see it. So just bear with me. Okay, I'm going to have to put the camera on the table. And do it like this. Can you even see it? Okay, so I'm going to... I'm sorry. I really should have someone here helping. But so I've got all the parked threads here, and it's really hard to see because we're in a shadow. I do need another hand, Denise. I'm going to grab someone. If you can just hold on 1 second, I'll go grab someone and get them to hold the phone. Okay, that's the trouble with live recording. So my son's going to come out and hold the phone for me while I show you what to do, so I can actually pick this up. So I need my chart, and I need to know what I've got already parked here, because I haven't actually stitched this one in a little while, so I don't know. It's really hard to see in bad light as well. So we just pick up that thread there, and I'm stitching over 1 on 28 count here, so it's really tiny and hard to see. And that one is, it's that one that's already highlighted. Now, as you can see, that's that one there that was already highlighted. So I'll go through and see if there's any others. And there isn't, so that's the last of that thread, so I'd cut it off. But as you can, like, that's what I'm trying to, like, Jasmine and I think it was Margaret, or wanted to know how to park. So the theory is you just go down, and I always go square by square, like, because that way I can't really make too many mistakes and I don't have to go back and frog. So you pretty much just picking up, you park it where it's got to be started again. That's the trick. So you're pretty much coming and picking it up where you would thread it if you had cut it off and put it away to start next time. And that's really all it is, and it's as easy as that. And I recommend, while you start out, only park a 10 by 10 square and just go down your columns, or even 2, so you don't have too many parked threads and you can't really get confused. But once you get the hang of it and you're comfortable doing it, a lot of people will do whole rows, like the whole row, and they'll park under each 10 by 10 square, so the whole top of their project is like parked threads, but they know exactly what they're doing, and they know it because it's exactly where it should be to pull it back up. Okay, so that's all I'm going to do with parking. I think I need to do a better demo of that, and I need to have a better project on the go with more parked threads for that one. It needs more time, but that was one of the questions that got thrown in. What I want to talk about today is thread storage. Now, if you might have noticed, when I do a chart, and this is just something I do, it's not the right or wrong way. Some people might think it's really crazy, but this is what I do. All my symbols, I put a number next to them. So they've all got a number. So when I've organised my threads, I have the thread organisers, and this is all I use, are these thread organisers. So they all have a number. I find it a lot easier than trying to replicate each symbol on a card, because every single chart's going to be different. So my theory is I can reuse these 100 times, because every single one of my charts is going to have the numbers on them, rather than me having to cross out 100 times on here all these symbols. So that's how I keep my threads for each project. I used to have a box, like a project box with all the bobbins for every single project, but now I use a master set, and I can thank Deb for that, because all I do now is when I need threads, like they're sitting on here on my thread cards, and when I run out of here, I just have to go to my master set, which fits in 2 of these boxes, which I got from Spotlight, by the way, and I've got 2 of each, mostly, if I can find 2 of each colour. Now I can't find them. I try and keep 2 of each colour on bobbins in the master set. So I don't have 20 boxes full of threads that I might only need 1 metre, you know, like 1 metre cut from, so I don't have to buy whole skeins. And that's the theory, I guess, of behind buying thread packs. And you can go now, Joel. Thank you for your help, Joel. So yeah, so I've talked to some people about the thread cards and using numbers rather than symbols, and they just couldn't get their head around it, so I thought I would actually show you. That to me just makes so much more sense. I can't really get confused unless I've doubled up a number on here by accident. That's how it works for me. And as you can, I'm going to pull out, this is what I used to have. I'm just going to turn the camera around to show you. I have all these projects that have a box full of threads for that project. So as I'm finishing off these older projects, those bobbins will go into the master set until they're used. And I'll only have packets with the threads, cards, the chart, and the fabric that I'm using. So that's my little trick to not having and to accumulate hundreds of threads every time I start a new chart. I already have everything in the master box, so when I run out of here, run out of any of these, I just need to buy that thread. I don't have to go and buy hundreds every time I start a new chart, because we all know that all our favourite charts have hundreds and hundreds of colours in them. So that's how it works. So another thing I wanted to do was show people, because I've had a lot of questions about these, and I thought I would pull them out while I had the video out, is the tote bags. People weren't sure what size they were, what they were made of, if they were durable, if you know, so I thought I would pull them out. They're like, the way I would describe them, is like, remember when you were in primary school and the library bags we used to have? They're not calico, they're more like cotton. So they don't feel thick and rough like a calico does. They would be the exact size as our old library bags that we used to have at primary school. So you can fit, as you can see, you can fit an A4 chart, and you've still got heaps of room around, and like to put heaps of stuff in. You could put a whole kit in one of these bags. So they are a good size, they're really durable, they're cotton, they're totally washable. The screen print's not going to come off. It may fade over time if you wash it a lot. But yeah, so that's what they are. If you were worried about those, they're really great. I absolutely love them, and I plan on using them, and I take them everywhere I go now actually. So hi Kaz. I'm just going through the messages. I'm going to go back and see what you guys have said, because this has been really fun and I want to do more. And thanks, Beck. If you like the seahorse, he's on the website, and he's actually one of the cheapies. He's not really that expensive and he's too cute. He's by Jenny Wood, so he's just called Seahorse. Hi, Val. Oh, that's good to know, Anne, because I have had people tell me about the thread things that it doesn't really make sense to them. But I think by showing it with the numbers on the chart. So when I look for a symbol when I'm stitching. So, okay, let's just say we're going to go for that big L. I look for the symbol, and then I know that that's number 26 on my thread cards. And it just makes more sense to me than sitting down, because some of those symbols are so hard to draw, and I can't draw really small either. Like, everything I do is really big, even my writing. So I would take up the whole card. It'd just be a big mess. So that just makes sense to me. And I'm glad it makes sense to someone else. Hi, Kelly. Yep, I have been doing this one back for a couple of years now, and I've got that many whips going. I think I'm up to about 26 at the moment. So like they only really get worked on twice a year. So what I did a couple of months ago is I cut back my whips. And doesn't mean I'm never going to finish them. It means I took them out of rotation. They're just not going to come out until I finish a few others. I need to start working on them because in reality, if I stitched on this guy for 2 weeks, he'd be finished. But for some reason, I can't. I just can't stick to one project for more than a week. I get really bored and I want to move on to the next one. So that's why it takes me so long. Beck, where did you get the cards from? I sell these. These are in the accessories section of the website, which I will just go over to the screen if you can see that. And it is, let me have a look. You could either just go into the search and search up Low Run, or you can go down to accessories, and it should be in there somewhere. My computer's really slow. So there's a lot of stuff in there. I don't know if people... That's actually another video I thought about doing, was a video on the website, because I know a lot of people are not quite sure where to find things. And there's a lot of stuff on the website that I don't think people actually utilise. So I might do that next time, is a video on the actual website and how to use it. Yeah, my computer's just deciding to go really slow. It's so old, and I refuse to get a new one until it dies. So there they are. They're in the accessories under Low Run Floss Cards, Beck, and they're only $2.60. So, and I think it holds 20 colours on each card. So if you're doing a big Heaven and Earth Designs, or one of my big designs, or a Tilton, 4 cards will usually cover you. Sometimes 5. Just depends how many colours you got going in there. So that's that question. And Denise, so you just cut a length of thread the size would use to stitch with. Yes, I have no set length. I just pull it off the bobbin until I'm happy with it, cut it off, and just put it in my card and use it that way. And I'm really funny with my threads. If I finish a project and I've got heaps of these threads left over, I will not throw them out. I put them back on the bobbin and use them the next time I need them. I don't know if it's a Capricorn thing or what, but I cannot throw anything out. I just don't do it. So, thanks, Carol, for watching. I'm glad you liked it. Is there anything else anybody wants to know while you've got me here? I know that a few people have just joined. So if there's anything else you want to see, I've got a box full of goodies here. Oh, by the way, that's where all your lay-bys are. If you have a lay-by, they're in my office in drawers under alphabetical order. There's lots of goodies I could show you, but we can save that for another day. So I'm just going to camera around. So yeah, let me know if there's anything else you want to know. Haha, I knew you would like that, Kelly. We'll have to get you on video soon so we can hear your awesome American accent. If you hear any screaming in the background, that's my bird, which Karen Lane will know all about because she has one as well. And if he hears me talking and can't see me, he absolutely has a meltdown, and it's like having a 2-year-old in the house. So, yeah. So if you hear him screaming, don't worry, there's no one being murdered in my house. It's just the bird. I should get one of the kids to go get Puff as well, but he's probably asleep because it's really cold here and rainy, and when it gets like that, he doesn't move, literally. He just lays on the ground and goes to sleep. So, yeah, well, I will leave it now. I hope that you liked it and enjoyed it because I really like doing it and I want to think of things to do again. So if you have any ideas of what you'd want to see. Let me know. I've just also discovered today that I have a massive pile of fabrics for a studio session sale. So once I get the next load of orders from the last sale that I had in June out, because I've still got like quite a lot to do, so I'm really sorry to those who are waiting. But yeah, it was massive, and it just takes me so long to get fabric from overseas, especially when I order a lot. It seems the more I order, the longer it takes, and it costs me a fortune, but I can't help it. I have to sit here and just wait for the fabric to come through. But I've got a lot of it in stock now. I just got a big load on Friday. So this week they'll all get done. I'm thinking maybe the end of August we'll have a studio session sale, because I did have a lot of mist dyes and offcuts and lots of other stuff. So we'll do that. How's that? Yeah, so if there's anything you want to know, I quite enjoy talking about stitching, and I'm sure you all do. So if there's anything, like, I mean, Q-snaps, I get a lot of questions about Q-snaps and how to use them, and people are not sure what to do with them. Also, Q-snap covers. One of my customers, and someone that you probably all know and heard of, Judy McCullough, she makes all of the Q-snaps covers and sends them over to me. Every time I get a delivery from her, the fabric's all different. Skulls, my favourite. She always throws some skulls in for me. So if every time I get a new load, I'll change the photo on the website. So if you wanted to order them, the photo on the website, if you see something you like on there, ask me if I still have it, because I change it every time I get a new load. Okay, hi, Steph. Val, a studio session sale is where I put up an album in the group, and it is got all of the mist dyes, the offcuts, the experiments that I've done, and I just sell them off in one big sale. And what you do is you go into each photo, and if you like it, you just say me please, whatever. People put all different stuff in the comments, so I know that you're interested in that one. And at the end, I put it up on a Friday usually, and it goes all weekend. So you have all weekend to get your name down. It's not a first in, best dressed sale. You have until Sunday night, Monday morning to put your name down, and I draw a name from each fabric that can buy that fabric. Everybody puts their names down on heaps, because I mean, there was a time in the past where people actually picked up like loads of fabrics in one hit when there wasn't many people in the group, but these days you're really lucky to get one. So if you like a heap of fabrics, put your name down, because the chances of your name being called twice for a fabric are very rare now. And I try to give everyone a go. So that's how that works. It's fun. You get a chance to get some one-off fabrics for cheap. That's all it is. And I do it. I used to do it every 2 months, but these days it's probably every 3 to 4 months, because I just get so busy with everything else. So now I just do it when I've got a massive pile, and that's it. That's how it works. It's as easy as that. Okay, Denise, how about a live show and tell with your fabric? Yeah, what do you want to see? Let me know what you want to see, and I will pull it out. Well, as soon as my garage is finished, which is the workroom, I'm going to deck it right out, like make it like a full-on stitching area. And eventually, I know I've got a lot of customers around my immediate area now in Perth. I want to do stitching days. I'm going to invite people over just to sit and stitch, and so the whole garage is just going to be, it's going to be awesome. So people can come over, they can shop from there, just sit down, stitch, we can drink coffee and chat and just chill. Oh, while we're on that subject, for those people who are interested, the 2017 Stitching Retreat in Mandurah, it's actually selling really well. So if you want to get in on that, even if you just pay the deposit now, you don't have to pay the full amount. I've made it so you could just pay a deposit and pay it off. You can lay by it if you don't want to pay it straight away. Yeah, get in, because there is a chance that if we leave it too long, you might miss out. So get on that one. That's all I can think of for now. And Val, do I give lots of notice? I usually put up a week before when the sale's going to start, so you will know. And it's just one album that gets put up in the Facebook group, so you will see everybody commenting on all the fabrics all the time. You can't miss it. So, yeah, awesome. I'm going to finish off now. I've had heaps of fun, and I'm glad you've all joined in. It's been great. I'm pretty sure for those that miss out or just joined in, the whole video uploads to the group. I don't know how long it takes. I'm pretty sure it just uploads to the group in probably half an hour or so, so you'll be able to watch the whole thing from the start. I'm going to do a better video on parking, I promise. I have to have someone here because I can't hold the phone and the stitching all at the same time. And I actually, because I chose the wrong project to show you on, because I can't remember what I was doing on that one. So I need to actually start stitching it and have it ready to go to show you with a bit more, maybe a bit more thread in it. So, yeah. And the next video I do, I've decided I'm going to do more about the parking, and we'll do the website, because I know a lot of people find my website hard to navigate for some reason. Yeah, and they're not quite sure what to do with it. So I'll go through and show you everything that's on the website, because I'm sure there's stuff on there you don't even know is there. Until then, which I'll do next Sunday, I'll talk to you then. Bye. I don't know how to close it.